My name is Susie and I work for Calculated Industries, and I'm here to show you the ease of using the Quilter's Fabric Calc. It's not a computer program, it's just a calculator. I'd like to take a couple of minutes and show you the basic functions, how the calculator works, and some of the defaults and preference settings. The calculator always thinks you're working on a 1/4 inch seam. It always thinks that you're using 40-inch fabric. It always thinks that we're adding 4 extra inches to our backing so that our quilt will always be ready for the long arm quilter. And the binding cut is set at 2.5 inches, which you can change at any time. So let's get started. Let's make a pretend quilt. I just want to show you how easy it is that I can enter the width, the length, the border size, and with a simple push of the button, I can give you how many yards of fabric you need, how many strips to cut, and how wide to cut them. So let's start out and let's make a quilt that is 60 inches wide, 80 inches long, and today let's put a 3-inch border on it. So we're going to do simple steps, numbers first. We're going to push 6, 0, and inches, and that's our top width. And 80 inches is our top length. And let's give it a 3-inch border. Now we can just push the border key and it will give us our yardage, our border strips, and how wide to cut it, or we can use the last key and it will give us the answer to the whole row. If you're only interested in your borders right now, let's give it a shot. We need 7/8 of a yard. We need to cut 8 strips, and the calculator's telling us cut them 3.5 inches because we asked for a 3-inch strip, and the calculator knows we have 1/4 inch seams. If I use the last key, I'm going to get the answers for the whole quilt. So we're just going to push this repeatedly and get all different answers. The first time I press it, I get my total top yardage, which is 4.5 yards for a 60 by 80. Now that is linear yardage that would be for a whole cloth quilt, not cut up. The second time I press it, it says our backing yardage is 5.25 yards. That is a 60 by 80, that 3-inch border, and then again, that 4 extra inches on all 4 sides for our quilter, for our long arms. The next thing we get is our border fabric again. It reminds us again, 7/8 of a yard, 8 strips, 3.5 inches wide. And now it's going to give an answer that you didn't ask for. I told them we bind everything. So we're going to get 5/8 of a yard of strip binding. It's asking us to cut 8 strips, and it's reminding us we need to cut them 2.5 inches wide.